Okay, let's talk about communication. So depending on the situation, you may or may not need some of these items, but good to have for kind of best and worst case scenarios. Number one, I keep in a plastic bag this set of crayons and a little paper notebook. And you never know what you might need to write down or leave notes or whatever. And crayons, because they are waterproof, and they write on a lot of surfaces too. So if you have to write on something that's not paper or something's wet, you're probably gonna have a better chance with crayons. So keep that as an option. Whistle for obvious purposes. You probably whistle this louder than you can yell if you had to attract attention if you get lost. A mirror, you can use this for signaling. This is not a proper signal mirror, it's actually just a compact. But you can make it work for the same thing. They do sell signal mirrors with a hole in the middle so you can sight properly, and it's on my list of things to get probably at some point. But some kind of a mirror device would be helpful. Your cell phone, in a lot of cases you'll have it in the short term, so I keep an extra battery for my cell phone in there. And then, like everything else in the bag, once in a while I take the stuff out and I recharge whatever needs to be charged periodically just to keep it fresh. Walkie-talkies. These are two-way radio walkie-talkies, varying ranges. This set is made by Midland, and they have about a 20-mile or so range with ideal terrain. So the flatter the terrain, I think the better it is. So if you're in mountainous terrain, it could be substantially less. But anyway, it's probably several miles at minimum, which is great. So if you're somewhere and you end up with somebody, you need to communicate, you're out of cell phone range or cell phones don't work or whatever, and you need to separate, or this is a great communication tool. And of course you can use these camping and hiking and hunting and all that, which I've already done, and that's great too. And these are actually rechargeable. Here's the cord. I keep that in there, and also keep a couple sets of extra batteries, or AAAs, so kind of redundancy, and that's a key with a lot of these things too, is redundancy is good to have. Now also I would recommend, you read the instructions, there's certain frequencies that offer, I think, different ranges, as well as the FCC reserves some for civilian use. But anyway, I forget the criteria, but what I did is I taped on here, see if I can get this close enough. So I taped on here the recommended frequencies, 1 through 7 or 15 through 22, which are the allowed frequencies with the maximum range. So that's just a reminder, if I ever use these, to just pick one of those channels. These are this is a mag light flashlight. You need to signal something, but what's great about these new ones, this is an LED. I would recommend picking up some of these. These are great flashlights. Now, I emphasize the LED ones because they're brighter and they last a lot longer. The batteries last almost forever, but they're also programmable in the sense that you turn it on once. Let's see, you got a bright, you turn it off and then back on, you got a low, you do it one more time, you get a strobe, which is great for signaling. You do it one more time, you get an SOS strobe automatically. How cool is that? Now, the other thing that's cool about these is you can use them as a lantern. So you unscrew this, which is waterproof, and now you've got a lantern. So you can hang this in a tent, you can sit it flat, has a flat bottom, and you can blind yourself looking at the strobe all night. Anyway, you just have to have it in the right mode, have it in the solid on mode before you unscrew it, obviously, so you have this solid light. These are great. I have the big one that goes with it, which has the double, or the D-cell batteries, and this is the AA batteries. And the pack of these together, the two of them, I think was about 35 to 40 bucks, something like that. But I think it's a great deal, and they last a long time with the batteries, which is great. So highly recommend one of those. So that's communication gear. Any suggestions? Leave comments. Check out the other videos of the other gear. Thanks.